Now I am explaining structure and development of ovule and female gametophyte. Ovules which are born on the placenta in the ovary develops into seed after fertilization. The ovule is attached to a point on the inner wall of the ovary called placenta. The ovule has a basal parenchymatous part called nucellus surrounded by integument, leaving a small opening at the apical end called micropyle. The base of the ovule from where integument arises is called chalaza. The point of attachment of the body of ovule to its stalk is called hilum. Sometimes the funicle is continuous beyond the hilum along the body of ovule in an anatropous ovule forming a rise called raphe. Mostly an ovule has either one or two integument called unitegmic or bitegmic respectively. The gametopetale has unitegmic condition whereas polypetale has monocot show bitegmic condition. Ovules without integuments are called ategmic, reported in partial stem parasite like Centellum, Loranthus, etc. In some ovules, a third integument is present called aril, as in lychee, and is derived from funiculus. In Asphodilus, third integument is called arm. Now I am explaining structure and development of the ovule megasporangium. The ovule has a massive parenchymatous body called nucellus. It is enclosed and protected by one or two sheaths showing integument. The ovule with a single integument are said to be unitegmic, found in Gamopetalous families, and with two integuments bitegmic, found in Polypetalous and monocot families. If the ovule is without integument, it is called ategmic, as I already told you, found in Centellum and Olex, etc. A third integument may also be present in some cases like aril of lychee. The integument completely cover the nucellus, leaving only a small opening at one end called micropyle. The ovule is attached to the placenta by a stalk known as funicle. At the point of attachment of the body of ovule to the funicle is called hilum. The basal part of the ovule where nucellus, integument and funicle merge is known as chalaza. The ovule arises on the placenta as a hemispherical protuberance which grow into a projection mass of tissue, the nucellus. Integument arises as a complete ring below the nuclear apex. The inner integument, which is usually formed first, initiate from the epidermal layer, and the outer integument form the subepidermal layer. The growth of outer integument is slower than that of the inner integument. The integument shown covers the nucellus, leaving a small opening at the tip, the micropyle. Endothecium. In unitegmic ovule, the nucellus degenerate at an early stage and the integument become highly specialized to form a single or multi-layered endothecium, also called integumentary tapetum. The cells of endothecium are radially elongated with rich cytoplasm, protein, RNA, carbohydrate, ascorbic acid, lipid, etc. Endothelium is functionally similar to tapetum. This layer supplies nutrition to the embryo sac. In bitegmic ovule, the inner integument may function as endothecium. The occurrence of endothecium has been reported in 65 families of dicotyledons. Obturator. The obturator is an ovular structure that directs the growth of pollen tube only towards the micropyle and obstructs the growth of any other part of ovule. In some families like Acanthaceae, Anacardiaceae, Lamiaceae, etc., obturator is formed by local swelling of funiculus. Obturator vary greatly in their structure. Now I am talking about megasporogenesis. A single hypodermal cell in the nucellus function as the archisporium. It can be differentiated from other cell by its larger size, dense cytoplasm and large nucleus. The archisporial cells may directly as a megaspore mother cell or it divides periclinally forming two cells. The outer is primary parietal cell and the inner is primary sporogenous cell. The latter function as a megaspore mother cell. The primary parietal cell after division form parietal tissue. The megaspore mother cell that is diploid to end divides by meiosis to form 4 haploid megaspores. The fate of these megaspores in the development of female gametophyte varies from plant to plant. However, in Polygonum that shows normal type of female gametophyte development, only one chalazial megaspore, fourth from micropyle is functional and the other remaining 3 degenerate. So, what is megasporogenesis? Development of the megaspore within the ovule, that is megasporangium, is known as megasporogenesis. I am repeating, development of the megaspore within the ovule, that is megasporangium, is known as megasporogenesis. A hypodermal cell of the nucellus at the micropylar end differentiate as archisporial cell. I am repeating, it is distinguishable from the other cell by its clear size, dense cytoplasm and prominent nucleus. The archisporial cell may directly function as the megaspore mother cell as it divides transversely, cutting an outer parietal cell and an inner sporogenous cell that function as the megaspore mother cell. The megaspore mother cell, that is MMC, undergo meiosis and forms 4 haploid megaspores. Of these, only one is functional and the remaining 3 degenerate. Development of female gametophyte or embryo sac. The functional megaspore is the mother cell of female gametophyte. I am repeating, the functional megaspore is the mother cell of female gametophyte. It grows in size and form an embryo sac. The haploid nucleus of the megaspore divide mitotically, forming usually 8 nuclei which organize in a definite manner within the embryo sac. 3 nuclei at micropylar end organize into an egg apparatus, 3 at the chalazial end from antipodal cell, and the remaining 2 called polar nuclei migrate to the center of embryo sac and later fuse to form a single diploid secondary nucleus. I am repeating, 3 nuclei at the micropylar end organize into an egg apparatus, 3 at the chalazial end form antipodal cells, and the remaining 2 called polar nuclei migrate to the center of embryo sac and later fuse to form a single diploid secondary nucleus. The central large cell of the egg apparatus is female gamete, that is egg, which is partially surrounded by 2 lateral synergid cells. The mature gametophyte or embryo sac thus has 2 polar nuclei, 3 antipodal cells, 1 egg and 2 synergid. Thus a typical angiosperm embryo sac at maturity through though 8 nucleated is 7 celled. तो क्योंकि मैच्योर एम्ब्रियो सैक में ऊपर की तरफ 3 सेल हैं, नीचे 3 सेल हैं, एंटीपोडल सेल हैं और एक 2 सिनर्जिट हैं, बीच में 2 पोलर न्यूक्लियाई हैं जो मिलकर एक सेल बनाते हैं सेंट्रल सेल. इसलिए सेल तो हो गई तुम्हारी 7 और क्योंकि बीच में जो सेंट्रल सेल है उसमें 2 पोलर न्यूक्लियाई हैं इसलिए ये हो गए 8 न्यूक्लिएटेड. तो 7 सेल्ड 8 न्यूक्लिएटेड एम्ब्रियो सैक हो गया कॉमन. Since this type of embryo sac developed from a single